Hi there, and welcome to Minute with the Mayor. I'm Kayla Smith. Yet again, I'm joined by Mayor Matt Walagora. How are you doing?
Very good, thanks.
We are here to talk about two topics today, and the first being the Culligan Plaza Remodel project. I know we've had a lot of community input, which we spoke about last week, and so I just want to check in with you where you see the project going with the new revisions.
Sure. So we did welcome a lot of public input at our meeting last Monday. It was quite productive, and so at this point, the design of the restructured plaza is going to go back to committee. It's a separate committee from City Council later this month, and they will. Cindy took a ton of notes at our last meeting, and so being on the committee, she's going to take a lot of those ideas and what people wanted and what they didn't want back to the committee, and they'll discuss where they're going to go from here and who they may bring in to assist with the redesign, and we'll just kind of go from there. It'll certainly be announced publicly what's the next plan is or what the next design is, and we'll just kind of go in stages until it seems that until we've gotten to a point that's acceptable by the community.
Awesome. And then another topic that's been discussed at the City Council is the closure of the skate park. There's been a lot of community feedback from that. Can you talk a bit about where you see that going in the future and kind of what the input has been so far?
Yeah, so at the same meeting we had quite a bit of public input from the skateboarding community, and again, it's very productive from my perspective. I can't speak too much to how and why it got degraded so far before it was addressed. Staff is doing a really great job, staff at City Hall, and it may or may not have been just a staffing issue and writing grants and things like that to get us to this point. But we are at this point now that there's several of the ramps are too dangerous for people to be on them. And so we just wanted to make sure that people were well aware that there are some dangerous parts of it. So right now we're kind of in two phases. One, what do we have to do and how much is it going to cost to get the current status of the skate park back to a usable condition. So the engineering staff is researching different manufacturers of surface area, I'll call them boards for lack of better terms, to put on there to replace the bad ones. But I think the overall consensus from the group that uses it the most is to do a restructure of the park. It's been there for quite some time and lasted for a long time, and it gets a lot of use, and there's a whole new generation of kids that are using it. And so right now, the process will be, like I said, what do we got to do to get it to a usable piece, and then what can we do in the future to perhaps rebuild it to allow bicycles on it as well as skateboards, maybe make it bigger and better, and things that just weren't considered at the time. So.
Great. Well, there's lots of revisions regarding the skate park, regarding Culligan Plaza, and it's just another reminder that community input is valued here in Alpena, and attending those meetings is a great way to get your opinion out there.
It is.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
And thank you for tuning in. Be sure to tune in next week for our next segment of Minute with the Mayor.